Good morning. Yesterday we did question number 6 of exercise 13A, right? Now we are going to continue with the same exercise, and today we are going to begin with question number 7. And now the topic is the distance formula. In the distance formula, we will continue with the application part of distance formula, right? So question number 7. Question number 7 says, you can look at the board. Question number 7 says, derive the equation of the locus of a point which is equidistant from the point so and so. Here there is a new word called as locus, right? Locus means path. Locus means path. Clear? So it can be any kind of path. It can be a straight line, it can be triangular, it can be circular, right? You have seen this in your real life. The roads are of different types. Somewhere you can see circular road, somewhere you see the flat road, some spiral road, different types of roads. So there are some patterns to be used while drawing the path or the locus. So here the word locus means path. Now we are given the condition. We have to write down the equation for the locus, right? We are asked to write the equation of the locus. Yeah? And for that the condition is given. So in question number 7 it says we have to find the locus of a point, right? Locus of a point which is at equal distance from the two given point. So in the question you can see there are 2 points, right? So suppose this is the one point and this is the another point. This is one point and this is another point. And the coordinate of your first point is 1, -2 and 3. This is the coordinate of your one point. Clear? And we have another point whose coordinate is -3, 4 and 2. So now what the question says is these are the 2 points. These are the 2 points on the plane, in the 3D plane. Now we have to find the locus of a point which is at equal distance from these 2 points, right? Let me name this point as A and this point as B. Now you have to locate a point. You have to find a point which is at equal distance from A and from B, right? So when you find out the point which is at equal distance from A and B, it will be somewhere in the middle. Are you getting me or not? So this is the point which is at equal distance from A and also from B. Let us name this point as C. And the same way as A and B has a coordinate, C also should have coordinate. So we can assume that coordinate of the C to be X, Y and Z. Am I very clear? So what we can do is we have to find the locus of this point. We have to find the path of this point, right? So what we can do is using the distance formula, because it is said that this point is at equal distance from A and from B. That means that this distance will be equal to this distance. Am I clear or not? So according to question, AC is equal to BC. Am I clear or not? Now let us square this on both the side. Squaring both the side. So when you square both the side, this will become AC square is equal to BC square. Is it okay? Why I am squaring is, I will tell you the reason. You know the distance formula. Distance formula is equal to root over x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square and plus z1 minus z2 whole square. This is the formula for the distance. This is the distance formula. Clear? So if I square on both the side, right, this distance can also be expressed in terms of square. This can be also expressed in terms of square. So if we square on both the side, then on the right hand side this square root sign will be cancelled, and then B will appear as square. Is it okay? So this is the advantage of squaring this side, because if you square this equation, then this root sign gets disappear, and when the root is gone, then the calculation becomes more easy for you. And for that reason only, actually this D is AC. AC is the distance between AC. BC is also a distance. It is the distance between this BC, right? But because we have to have the value of AC on left side, BC on right hand side, right? That means both the side you will be getting this square root sign. So in order not to get the square root sign, we are squaring this both the sides. That is why we have squared this both the side. Now finally we will get this distance, but it will be without root sign. So now I am going to continue. So let us write this AC square here. So it will become, just without AC square you will get the same thing without root sign. So now x minus 1 whole square plus y minus minus 2 whole square plus z minus 3 whole square. This become your AC square. Now likewise we will write the value of BC square. BC square x minus minus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 square plus z minus 2 square. Is it all right? Okay. Let us erase this. Now we will simplify. To simplify this part, you need to know the expansion of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. You know that a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square is perfect square, isn't it? Is perfect square. So if it is a plus b whole square, then we write this as a square plus 2 into a into b, 2 into a into b, 2 into first term into second term, plus b square. This is the expansion of a plus b whole square. Likewise, we can also have the expansion of a minus b whole square. And when you write the expansion of a minus b whole square, in place of this plus, this will be minus. Only that is the difference. Is this very clear? So we will use that expansion because all these are perfect square. All these are perfect square. So we can start. This is a minus b whole square. So a x square minus 2 into this. So minus 2 into x plus the square of 1. Now come to this side. This will become y plus 2. That means a plus b whole square we will apply. So a square means y square plus 2 into this. So it will become 4y. Then 2 square. So 4. Next one, this z square minus 2 into this. So minus 6z. And then plus 9. Left hand side is all simplified. Right hand side now. This is minus plus. So here we will apply a plus b. So this is x square plus 6x plus 9. This will become a minus b whole square here. Y square minus 8y plus 16 plus z square minus 4z plus 4. Clear? Both the side is simplified. Now we are going to do final simplification. X square cancel, x square, y square cancel, y square, z square cancel, z square. After this, let us collect all the like terms. So this is minus 2x. With this minus 2x, we will write this. This will become also minus 6x. So this side, this is done, this is done. Now y term, plus 4y, right? And here this is minus 8y. So this will become, when it comes to left side, it will become plus 8y. Okay, you know when the term moves from one side to another side, then the sign gets changed. Plus become minus, minus become plus. Now y is done. Now z minus 6z, right? And then from here minus 4z will come to left side. It will become plus 4z. Okay. Now left hand side the constant we have is 1 plus 4 plus 9. So 9 plus 1 10 plus 4 14 on left hand side. Right hand side we have 9 plus 16 25 and plus 4 29. And this 29 is positive 29. When it comes to left side, it will become minus 29 is equal to 0. Is it okay? So finally, this will become minus 8x. This will become 12y. This will become minus 2z. And this will become minus 15 is equal to 0. So this became your final answer. Okay. So we can stop here. But what we can see here is, because most of the terms are negative and the first term itself is negative, right? So if you want, you can modify this and then make the first term positive, isn't it? That means you are going to take out the sign common, right? So you are going to multiply all this by, or you are going to take out the minus sign common. So when you take out the minus sign common, all the signs will change. So it will become, this negative 8x will become positive 8x, this will become minus 12y, this becomes plus 2z, and this will become 15. This is equal to 0. This become your answer. Now we will move on to question number 8. In question number 8, as you see in the question, there are 2 points, right? There are 2 points. A, this is 1 point, this is 1 point. This question is exactly same as your question number 7, okay? Same as question 7. This is 1 point and this is another point. And the coordinate of the first point is negative 2, 3 and 4. This is the coordinate of this point. And the another coordinate we have is 3, negative 1 and negative 2. So you have these 3 points. Let us name this point as A and B. Normally we do not see the name in the question, but then we always name the point for our own convenience, right? So we have these 2 points, A and B, and according to the question, it says that there is a point. You have to find the locus of a point which is at a distance, right, whose distance from A is 2 times more than the distance from B. I repeat, the condition is find the locus of a point whose distance from A, from this point, is 2 times more than the distance from another B point. Am I very clear? So you have to find the locus of this point using the same distance formula because it is given in terms of distance. So let us mark the point. Suppose that point is here, C. This is the point C whose distance from A is 2 times more than the distance from B. So according to the given condition, we have marked the point. Now let us assume the coordinate for C. It is X, Y and Z. So you will notice that this question is almost same as question number 7. Clear? Only the thing we have to keep in mind is AC distance. AC is 2 times more than BC. Is it okay? So keeping that in mind, we will try to find out the locus of point C. So according to the question, AC is 2 times more than BC, right? So if you connect this question number 8 with question number 7, you will be finding it very, very close, right? So in the previous question it was AC is equal to BC, but here it is little different. AC is 2 times more than BC. Then in the previous question what we did is we squared on both the sides. Here also we will do the same thing. We will square on both the sides. So when you square on both the sides, this AC will become AC square. This 2 also will be squared because everything is squared. This 2 will become 4 and this BC will become BC square. Alright, now we are going to write the value of AC square on the left hand side and BC square on the right hand side. So using the coordinate, let us begin. AC square, that means we will use the coordinate of A and C. So this is X minus 2 square, Y minus 3 square, Z minus 4 square. Alright, on right hand side we have 4 first of all. So let us use this big bracket and BC square we will write inside the bracket. X minus 3 whole square plus Y minus 1 whole square plus Z minus 2 whole square. Let us simplify applying the A plus B and A minus B whole square formula, same as previous question. This will become plus, so this is X plus 2. So X square plus 4X, right, and plus 4. Now for this A minus B whole square, Y square minus 6Y, because 2 into this, 2 into this, so 2 3 is 6 and then this, right, and then 9, square of 3. Then this next one, Z square minus 2 into this, so 8Z and plus the square of this 16. Left hand side done, right hand side 4 as it is, and then first of all we'll simplify inside. X minus 3 whole square is xl square minus 6x plus 9. This is a plus b whole square, y plus 1. So this is y square plus 2y plus 1. And for this is also z plus 2. So it will become z square plus 4z and plus 4. Is it okay? Now after this we will open the bracket. So this all the term will be multiplied by 4. And then this we will write as it is for the time being. This is x square plus 4x plus 4 plus y square minus 6y plus 9 plus z square minus 8z plus 16. Right? We did not do anything on the left hand side. Right? Now we are going to write on the right hand side. 4x square, 6 4 is 24 minus 24x, 4 9 is 36, 4y square, 4 into 2y, 8y, 4 into 1, 4, 4 into z square, 4z square, then 4 into 4z, 16z, and 4 into 4 is 16. Right hand side is all simplified. Now everything is simplified. We will take it all in one side and simplify. Right? We will collect all the like term. We will take all the term in one side. Is it okay? And we will keep all the like terms together and simplify. We will get the final answer. So this is 4x square. This 4x square, I am taking all these terms to right side. These all the terms are going to be taken to right side. Therefore, the sign of all this term is going to change. Please keep that in mind. So 4x square is this, and then minus x square. It will become minus x square. Then next one is, first let us write all the square term. This is 4y square. 4y square. This will be minus y square. So this term is done. This term is done. This is done. This is done. Just go on underlining so that you don't get confused. Well, then is z square. Sorry. First of all, we write this 4z square. 4z square. 4z square, and then this is minus z square. This is done. This is done. Now write the x term. This is first of all, this is minus because all these terms are going to the side. So first we will write this side, right hand side term, minus 24x. This 4x will become minus 4x. Then this is y term, 8y. And this minus 6y will become plus 6y. This is 16z. And this is minus 8z, it will become plus 8z. Is it okay? Now on right hand side we have the constant 36 plus 4, 40 and plus 16. So this will become 56. Now this side what? This is 4 plus 9, 13 and 16, 29 minus 29 is equal to 0. Okay. Now this is 3x square. This is 3y square. This is 3z square. Now this is becoming minus 28x. This will become 14y. This will become 24z. This will become 24z, 24z, and 56 minus 29. So 6 minus 9, 7, and 4 minus 2, 2. This will be positive. This is equal to 0. So this becomes your final equation. So it is all about using the distance formula. And here the main problem is main precaution you have to take in doing the calculation simplification part, because simplification is the one part. Using distance formula is not a problem for you. I am sure that you might have understood using the distance formula, but see the calculation in the after using the distance formula. So calculation you have to be very smart. Okay, thank you so much. Let us take question number 9. Question number 9 also is very same like question number 8, right? This is also close to question number 8. In this question, it says that you have to find the locus of a point. Find the locus of a point which is at equal distance from y-axis and the given point, right? Find the locus of a point which is at equal distance from y-axis and the given point. So let us say that this is your y-axis. This is y-axis. This is y-axis, right? Suppose this is y-axis, isn't it? And then there is one point whose coordinate is given. There is one point whose coordinate is given 2, 1 and -1. So this is one any point, right? And the question says that there is one point, there is a point which is at equal distance from y-axis and from this point. There is one point, you have to find the locus of a point which is at equal distance from this and then this. Now this question is same as question number 7. In place of this, you just had another point, right? In the previous two questions, you were having both as the point, right? And here the question is trying to confuse you by saying that this is a point and this is a line. This is an axis. Am I very clear? So this axis also can be seen as a point for me. How we will see this axis as a point? See now. You have to find the locus of a point which is at equal distance from this y-axis and then this point. So let us mark that point which is at equal distance from y-axis and from this point. Am I very clear? So let's name this point as B, right? And this point I'm going to mark here as A, okay? And then this is point C, and we have to find the locus of this point. So this is the coordinate of this one is assumed as X, Y, and Z. Is this okay? Now, how can we have the coordinate of this point? That is the main issue, right? So this is a very simple thing. You have already studied in your previous class about x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis, everywhere on x-axis, y coordinate is 0. On x-axis, y coordinate is 0, and similarly on y-axis, x coordinate will be 0. Are you getting my point or not? Now this is 3D. This is 3D. So here we will have 3 coordinates: x coordinate, y coordinate, and z coordinate. So if it is x-axis, then the y and z will be 0. Simple. On x-axis, the value of y and z will be 0. And if it is y-axis, then the value of x and z will be 0. Is it okay? So this is how we will be able to write the coordinate of point A. Because this point is on y-axis. On y-axis, this will have a value of y, but then x and z will become 0. So therefore, the coordinate of this point will be as 0, 0, y and 0. So this is the coordinate of the point A. Now we have to write down the locus of point C. Finish now? You have to find the locus of point, this point, which is at equal distance from AC, A and B. So using the same concept, according to question, I'll use another pen. So according to question, what it says, AC is equal to BC, and then similarly, same as previous question, we will square it on both the sides. AC square is equal to BC square, right? Now let us write the value of AC square. So x minus 0 square plus y minus y square plus z minus 0 square. This is your AC square. Now BC square will be x minus 2 square plus y minus 1 square, and then z minus minus 1 square. Is this okay now? Now this x minus 0 is x, and x square is just x square. This will become 0 square, so no need of writing. This is 0. This is z minus 0 is z, and z square means z square is equal to, now a minus b whole square. So this is x square minus 4x plus 4. This will become y square minus 2y plus 1. And this will become a plus b whole square, because this minus minus will become plus. So this is z square plus 2z and plus 1. Now let us simplify. X square will cancel this x square, z square will cancel this z square, and then this side we have nothing, isn't it? So let us write the final equation. This is minus, first of all, y square. We will write the y square minus 4x minus 2y, and then constant we have is 4 plus 1 5 and plus 1 6. So plus 6 is equal to 0. If nothing more can be done, this is the simplest form. This is the final reduced equation. So this is your locus of point which is at equal distance from A and B. Hope I am very clear to you. Thank you. Now we will move on to the last question for the day, question number 10. Question number 10, right? In this question number 10, see what the question number 10 says. Find the equation of the locus of a point. Can you see? Find the equation of the locus of a point whose distance from xy plane is equal to the distance from the given point, negative 2 or 1, sorry, negative 1, 2 and negative 3. So here again, in question number 9, the condition was find the locus of a point which is at equal distance from a given point and then y-axis. Is it okay? Now this time this y-axis is replaced by xy plane. So what is the meaning of plane and how do we use this word plane? This is very interesting. Such kind of question probably comes in the exam also. So please take note of that. Okay. Let us say that this is xy plane. This is your xy plane. Right? XY plane. This is your XY plane. Is this very clear? And then you have one point here. You have one point here. Is it okay? Mark this point as say B. Alright? This is the point whose coordinate is given as negative 1, negative 1, 2 and negative 3. Now, first of all, these are the two things given. You have a XY plane and then you have a point B. Is it okay? Now the question says that you have to find the locus of a point which is at equal distance from XY plane and from B. Am I very clear? So let that point be, suppose somewhere here, and this point I will mark as A. Is it okay? This is the point which is at equal distance from B and also from XY plane. Is it okay? Okay, so now see, this point is at equal distance from B and also from XY plane. Is it okay? So, what will be its distance from plane? What will be its distance from the plane? That's very important. And it's very simple. Please remember, you will remember what I'm going to say. Is it okay? The question is that this point is at equal distance from B and from XY plane. Am I clear or not? So now we are trying to write the coordinate of this point. Is it okay? The coordinate of this point is to be calculated. You have to find the locus of this point. So let us assume that the locus of this point will be X, Y and Z. The coordinate of this point is A, X, Y and Z because we have to find the locus of this point only. Clear? Now we want to know the coordinate of this point. You need the coordinate of 3 point only, then you will be able to write the locus. Always you have seen in all the questions that you were having, whenever the question was to find out the locus, you have always got 3 coordinates. 3 coordinates. So here what we can do is, this coordinate was already given in the question, this we have assumed. Now we are going to write down the coordinate of this point, right? So see the technique. What is the technique? Because this point is on XY plane. This point is on XY plane. Therefore, for this point, the Z coordinate will become 0. We will have some value of X, we will have some value of Y because it is on XY plane. It is on this point, again repeatedly I am telling you, because this point is on XY plane. So this point will have some value of X and Y. But the YZ value of this point will be 0 because it is XY plane. So from here we got a technique that if the question talks about XY plane, then your Z coordinate will be 0. If there is a YZ plane, then X coordinate will be 0. If there is a plane XZ plane, then Y coordinate will be 0. Means whatever is missing, that part will become 0 in the plane push part, in the XY plane, YZ plane or XZ plane. Did you get my point? So here XY plane, that means Z will be 0, and that means we will have some value of X and Y. So X and Y, and then Z part will become 0, and this is how we are writing the coordinate of this point. Is it okay? Now the question is very clear that this point is at equal distance from this point and then this point, right? Let us name this point as a C. Okay, that means AC is equal to AB. Okay, so according to question, AC is equal to AB. Once again, square both the sides. AC square is equal to AB square, right? Now AC square means what? X minus X square plus Y minus Y square plus Z minus 0 square, and right hand side we will have AB square, that is X minus 1 square plus Y minus 2 square and Z minus 3 square. So this becomes 0, this becomes 0, 0 plus Z square, and right hand side we will have A plus B whole square, X square plus 2X plus 1 plus Y square minus 4Y plus 4. This is Z square plus 6Z plus 9. Now Z square will cancel this Z square, and finally you will have answer. This is X square plus Y square plus 2X minus 4Y plus 6Z, right? And then constant 1 plus 4, 5 and 9, 14. So this is 14 is equal to 0. So this becomes your locus of the point, which is at equal distance from the point B and from the XY plane. Is this very clear? So till today we are ending the session here only. You can, if you have some time in the period, then please practice these 4 questions, right? Thank you so much. Take care.